My parents lost a child before I was born. This isn't a movie. They didn't have me to try and save their first kid. They had me because they wanted a kid. Then, they had 2 more 3 and 5 years after me. They treated me like I was made of glass. The kid that died was a boy. I'm the only boy. My sisters were treated very differently from me. My parents let them travel, play field hockey. I could go on, but I'm getting angry just thinking about it. I was bullied for my parents' helicopter behavior. I applied for university far enough away from them that they would not be able to interfere with me. They tried to say they weren't going to pay for out-of-state college. They withheld my educational account. I went into debt to get my education. I chose a major that I knew would earn me money instead of studying what I really wanted. It was worth it. I was recruited and currently work a great job. I graduated 6 years ago and I paid off my student loan. I have not spoken to my parents since I graduated high school. I didn't let them take pictures with me when I graduated from high school, and I did not invite them to my college graduation. I have taken up all kinds of sports to see what I like. I scuba dive, rock climb, and a bunch of other stuff I enjoy. I played rugby for my college. I broke my eye socket during a game. I can't say I love that, but I love the freedom of getting hurt and not having my mommy and daddy rush the field to see if I was okay. I talked to the rest of my family. My grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, even my sisters. I only have one rule. Do not tell my parents how to get a hold of me. I literally maintain like 12 different Gmail accounts so that if one gets compromised, I will know who to cut off. I only had to do it to one of my cousins who thought my parents could talk me into going to her wedding. I deleted the account. My middle sister said that my parents need to talk to me. I spoke to my therapist. I agreed to meet with them at my therapist's office, and they had to give me a cashier's check for the cost of my education before I would talk to them. But I guess they used the money to help my sisters get through school without debt, so they do not have the money. My sister says that they are begging their parents for money, so I will talk to them. They might have to mortgage their home. I don't care. It will be free for them to leave me alone. My sister says I'm being very cruel. I just can't bring myself to care. But I need to know what someone without skin in the game thinks. My family all are too invested. Not the idiot for most of this, you are in the right. Certainly, it's reasonable for a therapist to help if they want to repair your emotional relationship. You don't owe them a relationship if it's not what you want. You need to let go of this money resentment, though. Lots of people have to pay for their own education. No one owed you a college fund. The issue is more that they tried to use the fund as leverage to control you. Asking for a cashier's check as a condition to meet with them wasn't classy. You either want to repair the relationship or you want to let it go, but you aren't justified in extorting them any more than they were justified in trying to control your life decisions. Good on you for going to therapy and wanting the reunion to be in a therapeutic place. That being said, I'm going against the grain here and saying ATA your parents were helicopter parents worried about your safety. Not out of spite or some mean thing. The whole money thing is the topper. You chose to go out of state and they said they wouldn't pay for it. You knew they weren't going to pay for it. They never said they would pay for out-of-state school. Now you want them to give you money they never said they would. It's your choice to cut them out, but it seems like your parents did what they did out of fear and love. Story Hub. I, 40s, live with my husband, I'm 40s, and our daughter Laura, 15. I have a niece, Kelly, 26. I'm quite close with my siblings and their children, but in recent years I haven't seen much of Kelly as she has moved to another city that's around 3 hours away. Kelly has been around more often with the holidays coming up, and a few days ago I hosted a family dinner and she came along. The next day, I got a phone call from Kelly. She's furious and tells me that Laura has apparently stolen her AirPods. I asked her what the heck she's talking about, and she said that she had her AirPods in her handbag in our dining room, and that now her AirPods are gone. She said that Laura was acting suspicious and being guilty. I hadn't noticed anything, but there was a bit of unrelated drama going on at the dinner, so I was distracted. I told Kelly I'd talk to Laura, then call her back. I talked to Laura. She immediately denies stealing the AirPods. She said that she's been nowhere near Kelly's handbag, and that it's not like she doesn't have her own headphones. I can usually tell when Laura is lying, and she's never stolen things in the past, so I'm pretty inclined to believe her. I know I'm biased because she's my daughter and I do know her very well. I called Kelly back a few hours later and told her that I don't know what happened to them, but Laura has definitely not stolen her AirPods. Kelly insisted that Laura stole her AirPods and started telling me that me and my husband must buy her a replacement. I told Kelly that that's just not the case and that I'm sure they'll turn up. Kelly even went around telling all our extended family that Laura stole her thing and that she's a liar and a thief and I'm enabling it. The day after that, I got a text from Kelly telling me that she found her AirPods and that they were in her car the whole time. Kelly seemed to think it was really funny, but I told her that I really do not appreciate that she jumped straight to calling my daughter a thief when she misplaced her own AirPods. I told Kelly she's not welcome back into my home after the stunt she's pulled. Kelly got really upset and accused me of trying to cut her out of the family and being too harsh on her. Now my siblings are mad at me for banning Kelly from my house and said I'm being horrible and bullying her. Even if she had apologized, it is fine to never allow her in your home ever again. She had no right to ask for a replacement or slander your daughter without any proof. She is a careless, irresponsible, and untrustworthy adult, and not safe to be around at all for your kid. Not the idiot. Why would you welcome someone into your home who accused your daughter of stealing? Turns her unfounded accusation into a full-blown family drama, only to find they had misplaced the item and treat it all as a joke. If you're enjoying the video, drop a like. I, 17, live with my parents. I have an older sister, 29, that they had when they were super young. But I think my mom was 19 and my dad was 18. They did not do a great job with her, and she has a lot of problems. She is chronically unemployed and she is a thief. She has 2 kids that are okay. They live with us as well because her boyfriend didn't want them around. I like the kids, but they are spoiled little brats. My parents dote on to make up for being shitty parents to their mom. My parents won't let me put a lock on my door because it is their house and they don't want that. No problem. I talked to the kids and explained about what would happen if they came into my room without permission. We have an understanding. Well, my sister broke up with her boyfriend and she needed a place to stay. I begged my parents not to let her stay with us. They declined, so I begged again for a lock for my door. No dice. I have to go to school, so I can't guard my stuff at all times. When I came home on Friday, I found my car absolutely trashed and the side of it destroyed. My sister had gone to my room, found my spare key and taken my car, then lost control on the ice after a day of eating crap and tossing fast food wrappers everywhere. She sideswept a tree. When I saw my car, I was livid. I told my parents that I expected her to pay to fix it. They said she didn't have any money. So I said that I would call my grandparents. They had helped me get the car and insurance. After talking with my grandfather, I came back to talk to my parents. I said that the insurance would cover fixing or replacing my car depending on the damage, but I would have to file a police report, and that my sister would probably be charged for stealing my car. They begged me to tell the insurance company that she had permission. I said no. So rather than go through insurance, they are replacing my car, but they are using money that they had set aside to take me and my nieces to Orlando next summer for my graduation. It's fine. I can do it without seeing Disney World again. But my parents, sister, and nieces are upset with me and saying that I'm an asshole for denying my nieces the opportunity to go on a vacation that they have never had. I just asked them if a lock for my door would have been cheaper. Not the idiot. Your parents could go the cheaper route and send your sister to jail for grand theft and teach her they won't always bail her out. Then no ruined vacation either. Honestly, I don't think your sister will learn her lesson until she faces direct consequences like prison. There is no direct financial impact on parents unless they find don't feel bad. You're not wrong. You're not wrong if you confirm that her sister went to jail, but you should move out ASAP. Staying in a toxic household has a huge impact on your mental health. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I, 27M, am the owner of a property that was formerly my grandpa's home. My grandpa was a farmer, and he had this awesome property built whenever my mom and her sisters were in high school. This was the family house, which my grandpa also built a giant garage on which my cousins have been using as a reception hall the last few years for their weddings. When my grandma died, my grandpa and I started hanging more, and I worked at the property since I was little. I am the only grandson he had. All my cousins on my mom's side are girls. In 2018, my grandpa passed away and I was left the property. This caused a bunch of drama amongst the family, but I know exactly why my grandpa did it. My grandpa was not a perfect person. He was very old-fashioned. He had a divorce and was very traditional. His beliefs clashed with his daughters. He wanted to hand his farm down to his son. He didn't have any, and none of my aunts married the type of dudes he liked. So I became the de facto option. My grandpa especially disliked how my aunts were in their relationships because he preached commitment. That man loved and was loyal to my grandma. My cousin, 28F, is getting married this fall. I'm at my parents' house and my aunt goes, well, the reception will be at the house. I told her nobody has talked to me yet. She said that since every other cousin had their reception there, it should be a tradition. I said sure, but they all asked me and I wanted them there. Her daughter didn't ask me and I don't support the wedding. It's a really legit reason. This is my cousin's second wedding. I'm not even close with her. We differ politically, so I have her muted on social media. I didn't even know she was engaged. My cousin and I hardly speak. Also, this is her second marriage. She cheated on her first husband with this dude, who was also married at the time. My grandpa would never approve of that or want that on his property. Also, I would have to be involved in the setup and cleanup if it's at the house. I don't care to sacrifice my time. If she wants to rent the property and my time, then she can pay me a premium for the short notice. But I'm not doing it for free. I explained this all to my aunt and my cousin. They both threw a fit and tried having my mom talk to me. She tried pulling the family card in a guilt trip about my cousin having no money. I said my cousin has no money because of her divorce. It's a sham wedding and her dad wouldn't support it, and she knows that. There was a reason that her dad didn't trust the property to his own kids. I said all my other cousins have been good people, so I was willing to help. But this cousin and aunt are rude. My mom said I won't be invited to Christmas, most likely then. I said okay, find another venue while you are at it. The house is the hangout spot for Christmas. My dad is calling me an but I need to make a fair judgment. ESH, you suck for using your grandpa's sexist and bigoted views as an excuse for not wanting your family to use your home. And if you agree with his views, you're the for that. Your aunt sucks for just expecting you to be okay with having a wedding/reception at your house without asking. Your mom sucks for thinking she can just uninvite you to a gathering in your own home. At this point, your whole family needs help. AITA, though your family is acting a bit entitled. You have the right to use the property how you want, and to tell people they can't use the property or have to pay to use it. However, this is, am I the asshole? Not, do I have the legal right? You got your property because your grandfather appeared to have regressive misogynistic views, not because you did anything worthy of attaining it besides having a dick. You seem to have carried on these viewpoints, and additionally seem to be relishing in turning the screws on your family instead of playing ball, extra money for a short notice plus labor like it's a true reception venue. In most circumstances, they would be the assholes for expecting a free venue. But that is trumped by your behavior and bigotry here. Story Hub.